Hello everyone, welcome to Sunday, April 21st. I am in Mississauga, and today like the title suggests, I'm doing a shakeout ride on my Kona Sutra touring bike. So let me show you. Hey everyone. So let me show you what the bike is currently looking like. Todd, hello. Thanks for chatting. Okie dokes. Let me pull the camera. And this is what the setup looks like. So my streaming setup is just in the bag here. And this is my touring bike. This is the bike that I rode across Canada. I swapped the tires front to back to front yesterday. Cleaned the drivetrain, and I'm using a pannier, but ideally on the shakeout ride I would want to bring all the bags with me. Obviously I'm not doing that, I'm just bringing a few bags here, but yeah, I just wanted to do a ride before I pack up the bike and go on my tour. It's okay. Let me put you back in the cradle here. And if someone can confirm if the audio is all right, I would appreciate it. Lukayot, hello. Hello. Thank you for joining the live stream. Okay, let's do this. Let's check that. Are we good? We're good. This seems to be good. Okay. Let's ride. So where am I going today? Andy, thank you very much for the confirmation. Audio is great. Jeffrey, hello. Welcome to the live stream. Welcome to the chat. I am currently in Mississauga, and I am going to be looking for cherry blossoms. So we're going to head over towards Square One, which is a major shopping center in Mississauga. And there is a park, Kariya Park, that has, I believe I read 80 cherry blossom trees or cherry trees, sakura trees. And they may be blooming. So that's where we're heading, on the beautiful cycling infrastructure in Mississauga, which means sidewalks for the time being. This is not the first live stream we've had in Mississauga. We've been to Square One before, but in addition to this being a shakeout ride, I'm also always trying to discover better cycling infrastructure in Mississauga to see, I should have crossed this way, to see, the options available to me. So we're currently on South Down Road, and it's indicated that there's a bike lane here. Now there is some sort of a separation from, well, let me show you what I mean. There's the sidewalk here, and then there's that area right here that seems to be a bike lane. I think that's what the bike lane is meant to be. Let's see, shall we? Let's see. I see some additional people joining the chat and joining the live stream. Hello everyone. Welcome. We are in Mississauga today, and we're doing a shakeout ride to find some cherry blossoms. They may be blooming, so let's see if we can find them. We're on a pretty major road here, South Down, which then turns into Erin Mills. And like in the previous live stream, I mentioned that many people ride on sidewalks in Mississauga. And in fact, this sidewalk is meant to be a bike lane. Very bumpy, but it is what it is. So let's go. Let's go and see how it goes. We're back online. Sorry about that, everyone. Let's hope that doesn't happen again. Let's ride. What happened? I really can't tell you. I've got all sorts of cables, and I think maybe the vibration. I right now have my setup on the front rack, and I think that maybe the vibrations were just a little bit too much. So let's see how things go. If we keep dropping, then maybe I'll consider stopping the live stream and then just doing the ride. But regardless, we are still on Southdown. Didn't get too far before we got interrupted. And we are riding on what's considered a bike infrastructure in Mississauga, which is kind of a side of a sidewalk. So we're right next to a proper sidewalk on this bike path, let's call it. Once we cross the main highway, which is ahead of us, we are going to take some residential streets, and that's going to be much more pleasant. Does he see me? He sees me. Thank you. Thanks. All right. It feels very odd to be riding on a sidewalk, but it is how it is. Where is everyone connecting from? Let me know. Okay. In front of us, the Queen Elizabeth Way, or the QEW. That highway goes east towards Toronto, west to Hamilton. And we need to cross underneath it. Hello from Georgetown, Ontario. Hello! Thank you for joining the live stream. Whew. Okay, so this is a ramp onto a highway, so I need to get myself over to this side quickly because drivers here don't expect a cyclist to be riding here, really. It's increasing and it's getting better in Mississauga with the cycling infrastructure that they're putting in. The city is committed to adding cycling infrastructure in, but it's still not commonplace. Knoxville, Tennessee. Todd, thank you. Oh, hey, Jason from Markham. Very nice. There are more people on the sidewalk than the road here in Georgetown. Okay, that's good to know. People do use sidewalks here. Not everybody drives. Okay, another ramp crossing. Let's go. Rick, thank you for joining and good afternoon. Wouldn't it be nice if the bike infrastructure was at par with Amsterdam? Yes. We can't really have what Amsterdam has, right? We do have other constraints, but it would be very nice if the city was committed to providing different options for transportation. Okay, so lots of on and off ramps here. And in a moment I need to get onto a residential street. So I'm just going to quickly check Google. I'm going to give you a beautiful view of this intersection, chat. Something for you to enjoy as I look for directions. B. Griffin, hello. Thanks for joining the chat. You finally made it to a stream. Fantastic. Remember to thumbs up. There, thank you very much. Remember to like the stream so that it's in the YouTube algorithm. Thank you very much. You heard Kona went out of business. What? Are you serious? Is that a joke? A ride with Reinhardt. Hello. Back on the road today. Riding the Sutra. Doing a bit of a shakeout ride before I pack her up. Okay, let me check where I'm at. So just a little bit further ahead, and then I'll be able to get onto a residential street. 5th line is the street I'm looking for. That will take us all the way up on a bike path. Although, like I mentioned, this is a bike path in Mississauga right here. Here it looks more like a trail than the sidewalk that we've seen before. Rick, this is no joke. Oh my gosh, that is really bad news. So that's another bike company that is folding its business. That is awful. It is such an amazing bike, the Sutra. I mean, Kona's, that bike company has been around for a while. B. Griffin, pack her up. Yes, I am going on tour to Poland. And so I am going to be riding on the Sutra. And I need to box her up soon. In fact, I think I will be doing that later today. So last night I was making sure I swapped the tires from the back to the front, because the back tire is always a lot more worn than the front one. So swapped that. My tires, you know, I rode this bike across Canada on these tires, so I am actually expecting a few punctures on the strip because the tires are on their last legs, as it were. Oh, chat. Take a look at this. This is cycling infrastructure. Oh my gosh. They even have bike signs. Look at this. Look at this. Oh, impressive. Impressive. Okay, but that's not where we're going. We're going the other way. Beautiful. Okay. Well, that driver sees us. I hope they do. And this is where we're going. All right. No more bumps in the road, thankfully, for the time being. And 5th line is just ahead of us. That's where we'll be turning. B. Griffin, we've encountered our very first bike lane. 100%. Yes, that intersection looks like it's new or newly, definitely not a new intersection, but definitely redesigned. Okay, 5th line. This is where, well, this is this is a bike lane. So basically it's a residential road that is designated as a bike lane of sorts. A lot more quiet. Oh yes, I see a painted bike lane up ahead. So I think that's what Google was picking up on. Jason, I've gotten most of my flats in the bike lane north of Toronto. Yeah, there's just a lot of debris in the bike lanes. And some cities clean them, like in Toronto, they've been cleaning the bike lanes. And I've seen little cleanup cars, so that's great. But some cities don't. Yeah, Rick, I agree. That was a very nice intersection. So, you know, we can't fault Mississauga for not doing anything. I think change takes time, and there's a lot of roadways in Mississauga, so they are implementing almost complete streets changes here as well. So they're doing what they're doing. Okay, a house for sale that was sold. Good for the owner. Good for the owner. So I am still on this ride, one, testing out the new streaming setup that I was testing out yesterday. Also, because I'm thinking of whether or not I should take the streaming setup on tour with me. I'm still deciding. So today I've got the camera mounted on the handlebars. So if anyone in the chat could let me know, what's the stabilization like? Because the camera is shaking. Do I use sealant like in the tubes? No. Or in the tires? No, I use tubes. And I do not have sealant in the tubes. Look, Ayot. Thank you for writing in English here. Can translate on the go. I am going to Poland in a couple of weeks. Rick, please stream from Poland. Thanks for the vote. Oh boy. Well, the attachment I'm using, every single bump I ride over, it it moves down, so that I have to adjust it. So, note to self: not the right attachment for sure. It doesn't hold the camera in a stable position. Stable, it's looking great. Thank you very much. Only movement is likely from you stabilizing the bike, right? Yeah. Okay. What I love about my Kona Sutra. Oh, and by the way, if you want a little bit more information about the bike, I added a new command. So you can use exclamation mark T, like Tom, T bike. Exclamation T bike And there's a little bit more information about it, the sutra there. Super chats with Walter. Yeah. Jason, how's the carbon gates been for you? Great. So I have a carbon gates belt drive on my e-bike. No complaints. It's been great. In previous winters, when I rode my just regular commuter, my acoustic commuter, I would clean the drivetrain at least twice a week. And that would be deep cleaning it, because the drivetrain would take a lot of beating. And this winter, albeit, you know, we didn't really have much of a winter, but still there was a lot of salt and grime on the roads. I basically just forgot about the belt and didn't have to. I would, you know, wash the bike a tiny bit, just the frame, in fact, and then leave the drivetrain be. Also happy to report that my Nevo is back at home. On a previous stream, I mentioned that it was being serviced. That is done. Oh boy. Okay, we're going to be crossing a pretty major street here, Dundas Street. A pretty major road in Mississauga. Studs in the front make such a difference in the winter. I agree. Again, on my commuter, my regular commuter, I had studded tires on both the front and the back. This winter, because I have yet to learn how to change the tire on the back tire on the e-bike commuter, I only had a front studded tire. They are pricey, absolutely worth it. But you know what, they've lasted me, my regular commuter studded tires, I still have them. I got my first pair in 2019 and they're perfectly fine. I can also replace studs. I lost very few studs, but I can also replace the ones that I lost and any that need replacing. So B. Griffin, you've got to go. Thank you very much for chatting. Thanks for joining the stream. See you next time. Okay, let's cross Dundas Street. Easy breezy. When I ride my touring bike, definitely the Brompton as well, I get myself into slow mode. The slower the better. Also, we've got ourselves a little bit of headwind here. Yeah, this attachment does not work well at all. Big in South Korea. Welcome to the chat. Rick, where's Dimitri? Maybe he's riding. Maybe he's riding. I didn't fire him because I didn't hire him. Yeah, big in South Korea. 5th lane has a bike lane. Yes, yes. We're in the bike lane. It's a painted bike lane, but it's a bike lane. Yes, agreed, Rick. I watched that video as well. It was a great one. But also, I think at the end, what I appreciated him stating is that, you know, sometimes these weird cycling infrastructures are in place because the designers were given an impossible task, as it were, right? And so they make do with what they can, but it ends up being a little bit odd cycling infrastructure. And this is what I found even the city of Toronto doing. You know, they try to please everyone with every piece of infrastructure instead of just focusing on being committed to Vision Zero. So when they try to compromise the infrastructure and design it for cyclists and for drivers, then they kind of do it halfway, and then it's not ideal. Okay. Okay, where do we go here? Do we cross here? Let's see. Let's consult Google Maps again. All right, chat. Here's a beautiful view of the road. Rick, thanks for the question and thanks for the answer. Yeah, we're on 5th line right now. 5th line, that seems to have ended. Okay, I have the sniffles again because it is cold. Okay, back with you, chat. Just going through the chat here. My family's from Finland. The bike infrastructure is unbelievable there. It's amazing. Okay, Jason, my last video inspired you to buy the handlebar gloves, hoagies for winter. Yeah, it does make a difference for me. I like them. Yes, Mississauga has great trails. Their trail system is fantastic, but the bike lanes are not connected well. This is what I find about Mississauga. Fifth line shouldn't be a street name. Sounds something like from a cocaine party. Yeah, well, 5th line it is. It's a residential street. Okay, let me dip into... Where are we? Oh, yes. Okay, so this is where we need to cross Erin Mills Parkway and then continue. What street are we on now? South Millway. All right. On the street we go, chat. On the street we go. Let's go. Let's go. Okay. So this is an example of where, you know, that bike lane ends. And then there is nothing. And on the other side, the bike lane continues. So, you know, choose your poison. Do you go on the sidewalk or do you go on the road? But look at that in front of us, chat. There is once again, oh, there is even some sort of a bike lane on Erin Mills. Look at that, it's a trail. Or maybe they're in the middle of building up the trail. There's some markups on the street there. Definitely cycling infrastructure here with bike lights and such. Reinhard, you're going to be in the UK? Very nice. Yes, crossing the QW on the bike is hard. You can't cross it everywhere. So last time when I was streaming, I crossed it on Mississauga Road, and this time I thought I would, try something else. It's good to know other routes. Yeah, very long lights, don't you think? Very long lights. Okay, Erin Mills, another big road. Okay, let's go. Let's do it. And I see our bike lane. I see our bike lane. There it is. Hello, bike lane. Welcome back. Lots of little rocks here. Anyone who's joined the chat, welcome. Or anyone who's joined the live stream, welcome. Feel free to tell us where you're joining from. I am currently riding in Mississauga, Ontario. Mississauga is a city west of Toronto. I am doing a shakeout ride on my Kona Sutra Touring bike before I pack it up in a box so that I can ship it. Well, I can take it on the plane with me. And today I'm hoping to see some cherry blossoms. So we are heading to Kariya Park, which is very close to Square One shopping center. Yeah, drivers are distracted, whether it's phones or I was kind of shocked to see the entertainment, it's full on entertainment systems in cars. So, phones are not the only thing. I really don't understand how car manufacturers can get away with putting that infotainment system. You can watch movies on there. You can do whatever you want. I don't understand how that's approved. Live in South Korea. You live, lots of potholes here. You live on the west end of Toronto, so you know Mississauga well. Yes. Okay, so we're just heading up this road towards Burnhamthorpe. We've ridden on Burnhamthorpe before in the previous live stream. Don't eat the squid. Hello! You're joining from the exotic enclave of Toronto. Nice. Okay. And here we are. Let's go. They're doing some street maintenance here, so a lot of construction. Hopefully, once they're done, there's going to be a nice bike path there. We can always hope, right? We can always hope. All right. Skies look nice. Yes. This morning it was quite gloomy. Quite gloomy. Right now, the sun is hoping to come out. I'm hoping the sun will come out. It's hit and miss. If anyone joined the live stream yesterday, we rode in the middle of a hailstorm. Not the first one. We've done it before. But I was not expecting a storm. I was expecting more of a rain shower. But you know, the weather does what it does. And we are at Burnham Thorpe. Can we make the lights? Let's hope so. And there you go. And now we're on a beautiful trail. And this is what I mean. Like, Mississauga has some beautiful trail infrastructure. And that needs to be recognized. Now, that is not a bike. Okay. And so we're going to be on this trail until we reach square one. That's really nice. I just really wish that the trail wasn't so bumpy. Again, the fault is mine for mounting a camera on this flimsy little setup. That's my fault. So I just need to literally manually support it when I get those bumps. Get over those bumps. But that's not a fault of the trail. That's my fault. Don't eat the squid. You might visit Mississauga in December for a retro computer convention. Now that is interesting. Bump. A retro computer convention. I've got some retro computers at home. How retro are we talking about? The Burnham Thorpe Trail is great. It is great. Yes. Yeah, so inner city or intercity connectivity is another shortcoming, I think, of our cycling infrastructure in North America. I'm on the Cycling in Toronto Facebook group, and somebody posted people in Mississauga protesting against bike lanes on Bloor in Mississauga. I understand, again, I always say I understand why people complain and why people don't agree, especially when a car lane is taken out, but it's just their attitude and their thoughts are so short-sighted. Population is growing. We need different options, different transportation options, and there's no way we can build more roads. Oi, that's way too big. That's way too big for Mississauga. Who needs a car like that in Mississauga? Okay, tell us more about the bike lanes, the opposition to the bike lanes. Okay, this is quite pleasant. I really appreciate having this trail on the street. Woo! The camera just went down. And this is beautiful in the summertime because all these trees that are currently looking a little bit gloomy will have a lot of leaves. Whew. Whenever I ride the Sutra, I called my touring bike the Sutra. It's the Kona Sutra. I forget, or I'm reminded how incredibly comfortable this bike is for me. It is a steel bike, it is heavy, but riding this bike is incredible. One of the changes I made is I had a suspension seat post, the Cane Creek E-Silk, on my commuter bike, regular commuter, and I transferred it from that commuter to sidewalk closed. What? Trail closed. Cyclists use south sidewalk. Oh my God. Are you kidding me, Mississauga? You want me to ride on the sidewalk? I'm gonna ride on the street. I'm not gonna ride on the sidewalk. Okay, well. The bike lanes are going to be on the boulevard, which doesn't impact the road lanes. I see. They're upset because the plan is to go from 4 lanes to 2 lanes and a middle turning. Oh, I see. I guess we can cross that way and then cross the other way. Okay, this is the signs that I'm seeing, everyone. Trail closed. Cyclists use south sidewalk. Dismount and walk. Yield to traffic. All right, all right. Oop. Okay, lights, anytime, anytime. That's not just bikes, I think, Jason. Not just bikes uses Strodes. I think there's other channels that use that terminology as well. Oh, we've got a light. We've got a light. Let's go. Let's use it. Okay. Okay, well, road it is. Because I'm not riding on that sidewalk. All right, chat, I'm going to be nice and quiet now and focus on the road. So what are they doing here? Some construction on the bridge, both sides. Bumps, oh lordy. Nobody behind me just yet. Still no cars behind me. Great. Oh, we've got a taker. There is now a car behind me. They're keeping a nice distance, which is great. So I think that the trail may be open here. We're gonna get to the sidewalk. Woo! Down the camera went. Oh my gosh. Yes, I think the trail is open on the other side. So let's just cross. Let's push the button and let's cross. Yeah, I see the sign on the other side indicating that it's closed. And Jason, you're behind. Oh, thank you. Yeah. There you go. There's that beautiful structure. Credit Valley Conservation ahead of us, Riverwood. We visited that structure on the previous stream. It's quite beautiful. Okay, let's go. We're going to cross on foot. Okay, and this is where the trail resumes. So let's go. Okay, let's go. Back on the trail. So, what do you think, chat? Will we see cherry blossoms? Will there be blooms, or will we be a little bit too early? Hard to predict. For anyone who just joined the live stream, I am heading to Kariya Park in Mississauga, and there are some cherry trees. It's a Japanese-inspired park. Kariya is a sister city to Mississauga in Japan, and they had donated 80 cherry trees, or cherry blossom trees, sakura trees. Were they blooming in High Park? Well, they must be blooming here as well. It would be beautiful to see them. I went by High Park a little bit earlier on this week. Or is it last week at this point? Yeah. And they were just trying to bloom, so they needed a few more days. So I hope to see some natural beauty in Kariya Park. Also, the sun has come out in earnest right now, so I need to drop my layers, and maybe we'll do that here. Because I am overheating, and that's no good. Okay. Extra hero. Oh, hello. Thanks for joining the stream. There you are. This is what I'm doing. I forgot my neck buff, so my mom gave me a scarf, and yeah, it's better than nothing. It's better than nothing, but it is quite warm now. Whoops. So I use my rain jacket as a windbreaker, but I do have these pit zips, which I love. I love rain jackets with pit zips. I rave about pit zips all the time because they allow you to manage your temperature and manage all that hot air that accumulates, and yeah, have some ventilation. Highly recommend rain jackets with pit zips. Manish explains, hello, welcome to the chat, welcome to the live stream. Check out views of the unique building. Yeah, the Marilyn Monroe. Right, none of the apartments are rectangle in there. Interesting. Yeah, that building, is that the pretty, is that one of the first buildings that was unique in that it has that curvy design? I know that there's a couple more that have followed suit, but I think it's the Marilyn Monroe that was the first one. Okay. Hourglass shaped, yes. Hopefully, because the weather's nice, hopefully we'll be able to see them as we ride ahead of us. So we're making our way to square one. We're on Bathurst Street that has a separated multi-use trail. This is a very busy street, so it's gotten loud. Oh, driver, see me. Rick, if you're still on stream, I'm really gutted about the news you shared about the Sutra, or sorry, the Kona Bike Company shutting down. I'm so surprised. Ah, we've got another person on a bike. Fat tire bike. Let's say hi. Hello. That's an Aventon e-bike. Aventon is a quite popular e-bike company. That was a fat tire e-bike. The sun is glorious. Wow. Yeah, I think the only warranty I would have left at this point is the frame warranty. And I doubt that they would honor the frame warranty because I was hit by a car. So oh, big bump. As long as the bike is fixable, as long as I can ride it for many, many years, I'm good. But my gosh, I am so upset about that news. I think Kona started off as a Canadian company, and then it became a Canadian American owned. You have Rick, you have a 4-year-old Kona Rove. Yeah. I am so surprised. Wow. JB, welcome to the chat. Welcome to the live stream. Yes, we are in Mississauga. Beautiful Mississauga. On the right, we have the Wan Ming supermarket. I will stop and show you. It's a large supermarket. There you go. Okay. Lots of people shopping. Let's go. I don't know if you'll be able to see it because those flags are somewhat small, but we were coming up in the headwind when we were coming from when I was riding on south down, and right now we have a nice crosswind, so good, all good. And when we get to Kariya Park, well, we'll have to head south, and that will be a tailwind. So I am betting that we're going to see some cherry tree blossoms today. Electric is releasing a new bike, Electric One. Has a pinion belt drive and automatic shifting. You know what? Extra here, I didn't like the auto shifting on the Nevo bike, on the demo bike that I had while my bike was getting serviced. I didn't like it because it was just not adjusted. And I refused to get another app to connect this demo bike to my phone. So many people who have, you know, dialed in the automatic shifting really like it. I personally had a bad experience because nothing was dialed in, and as a result it was very finicky, right? So every time I rode the bike I had to turn on the gears physically with a button and then connect and pair the shifter to the gear, to the hub, and it's just too much. I just want to ride my bike. So I think that if you set it up correctly, it will be just fine. Well, thank you so much, Rick. Thanks for joining the live stream and for chatting. I appreciate you being here. Thank you. Don't eat the squid. Your first bike was a Kona. Ooh, lots of tree roots here. Okay, we're nearing center of Mississauga, or Mississauga downtown. It feels wrong to say Mississauga downtown, but that's what they call it. Mississauga downtown. Oh lordy, oh my goodness, so many potholes. Okay. Woo. And where are we at now? Mavis. Okay, Mavis is another large road. Yeah, so I think we can see the buildings. We don't see the Marilyn Monroe buildings just yet. We may or may not be able to see them as we ride towards Square One. So this is Mavis chat, and if we continue riding east, then we're riding towards here, Ontario. On our left-hand side, we'll see the Square One shopping center, The Central Library, Mississauga Library System. The Central Library branch is here. And City Center. Burger King. Where did you spot Burger King? I spot McDonald's. Oh yes, we rode right by Burger King, didn't we? Okay. What we have? No, it's a turning light. I want to be visible to drivers turning. Okay, come on, it's time to turn. Oh my gosh. I am very impatient with these long lights. Bump. Oy, Dios mío. Okay. Extra hero. Another thing to look out for e-bikes are mid-drives. Every reviewer will tell you they're better, but always forget to tell you have shift differently than hub motor powered. Yes, so my bike, my e-bike is a mid-drive. What do you mean by shift differently? Can you explain a little bit more? And when you say mid-drives, do you mean like mid-drive motor or mid-drive shifter? Like, so, yeah, the Enviolo shifting mechanism is in my rear wheel on the e-bike, whereas the motor sits in the middle. But I think pinion, the shifter is in the middle, no? Okay, where are we? We're looking for Kariya. It's a street name, it's also the park, the name of the park. So maybe I shall consult our friend Google. Because Lord knows we're going to be stuck at these lights for some time. Okay, where are we? Oh yes, we have a little bit more to go. A little bit more to go. Okay. Ooh. So the question is, why are pedestrians walking on the trail and not on the sidewalk? On your left. And now this is just all right. Oh, we've got 2 more cyclists up ahead. Very nice. Emergency responders up ahead. Wow, something's going on. Oh wow, something major. A lot of emergency vehicles. And so everyone, this is downtown Mississauga. A lot of development here, a lot of condominium buildings. In a moment we're going to be passing by the Central Library, City Hall, and we will also see the Square One Shopping Center. Oh wow. Okay, something there. Emergency vehicles are driving into the neighborhood here, so something's happened. Something serious. Ah, don't eat the squid. You've seen the Kariya soccer stream of Korea's amateur soccer team. That's the Kariya in Japan, correct? Yeah, something happened there. Something happened. It's good that they're getting, the situation is being addressed, but not good that it's happening. Yes, the city now has a core. You know, the Square One City Center has been here for years, and the Civic Center was here. The library has been here for a while, but now, you know, oh wow. Now it's a lot more built up. We're just crossing Confederation Parkway. Oh, come on, come on. That scared me. That woman was driving fast. And the trail, is it here still, or are we on the sidewalk now, chat? What do you think? Very bumpy here, very bumpy. Okay, and that up ahead of us on the left, that's the library. I love public libraries. Always call them out when I know we cross one. Public libraries are the best. There it is, the Mississauga Central Library. The Hazel McCallion Central Library. Hazel McCallion was a long-term serving mayor of Mississauga. Belabox. Hello. Thanks for joining again. You joined yesterday as well. It's nice to see you today. Same you, different name. Hopefully permanent this time, all right? What was your previous name? Gorgeous smile. Hello, welcome. Can we go? We're gonna go. Okay, we're riding to Kariya. Whoops. Where's the trail? Oh, on the other side? On the other side. And there you are. So beautiful. A beautiful square. There's a lot of, in the summertime, there are a lot of events happening here. There is a stage. Maybe what I'll do is there isn't a bike ramp here, but you know what? Time to carry the sutra. Chat, the things I do for you. There we go. So right in front of us, that building, well, that is Mississauga City Hall. Let me position the camera so that you can see it. There you go. The stage that I mentioned, well, it's right to our right. There we go. Let me move the camera up again so that you see it in its entirety. Okay, and The central library is on our left. And this is Celebration Square. Again, it's great to see people, you know, enjoying this place right now. In the summertime, always concerts, always events, various types of events, lots of food trucks here, multicultural events. So this space gets used well. It gets used well. And in the distance there, behind those two food trucks, that is the Square One Shopping Center. Rick, you're back. You're riding now. Fantastic. The beauty of technology, right? Maid Bloke, hello. Thanks for joining. Barely Bakes. Well, it's Beck in the Box now, but my current name is showing on the chat. Yes. Okay, Beck in the Box. All right. Cloudy weather. It is. The clouds have rolled in again. Oh, we've got a ramp, Chad. In addition to stairs, we've got a ramp. And that's the Duke of York Street ahead of us. So I am once again going to consult Google Maps. Oh, we're close. We're close to Kariya Park. Okay, let's get back on the bike and let's enjoy the downhill, shall we? For anyone who's joined the chat, who's joined the live stream, we are in downtown Mississauga. This is as downtown as it gets. No. That in the distance, well, that is the Square One Shopping Center. Let me see if I can point the camera up. There it is. These on our right-hand side, these are some of the older buildings. And you will notice that they look a lot more dated. But yeah, these are some of the original buildings that used to be here. I remember moving to Mississauga. Like, Mississauga is considered to be my Canadian hometown, as it were. This is where my family moved to when we immigrated from Poland. And so this area was very different 30 plus years ago. But the buildings that I showed you, the original buildings, that's what was around here, and just massive, massive stroads. So Mississauga has done well to enable and support even walking here. So the lighting is dim like on the stream. Woo. Gorgeous smile. In the one charged, how many kilometers? Like, do you mean on my e-bike? I've ridden 4,000, close to 4,000 kilometers. In about a year. Okay. Is that Kariya in front of us? Kariya Street? I believe so. So we need to cross the road and head south. And then the park is quite close to where we are at. And it's gotten cold again, so I may have to put my layer back on. Walking. Yeah, that's like riding. That's right. Kariya Drive. There we go. Do we need to press the button? There's some buttons to press here. Yes, we've got buttons to press. Manish explains, take a right here. Thank you very much for that. Oh, Manish, for you. You mentioned these Marilyn Monroe towers, right? There they are, chat. There they are. And then right up ahead. Okay, perfect. That was a cool car, motor, vehicle type thing. You know, and I'm going to walk it because why not? I think people are coming out of that park, I think. And I see a Shero. Oh Lord, they're way too loud. Dude, way too loud. Okay, let's go. So there we go, we've got some cycling infrastructure on that road. Oh, the traffic is bad. Aren't we glad we have a bike? Yeah, we're glad we're on the bike. We don't need to worry about parking. Okay. And there are the Sharrows. It's past cherry blossom season in BC. Yeah, I think your temperatures are a bit higher, right, in BC on the west coast, so you would have already had them. All right, this is a good sign, chat. This is a good sign. People are here to see the cherry blossoms. Oh yes, here we are. This is what I've seen on photos. Welcome to Kariya Park, everyone. Welcome. And they are blooming, 100% blooming. I'm going to point the camera up so that you too can enjoy them. I think this is only going to get better as the weather improves. Oh, this is beautiful. There you go. Let's approach it from the other side. Oh, a lot of photo shoots here. There you go. They are beautiful, aren't they? Let's go and take the path on the other side. So I can see that the preview is a little bit dark, and that's because I have adjusted, what is it that I adjust? EV exposure to -1, because the GoPro has a habit of just overexposing everything. But now that the clouds have moved in, I see that the preview is quite dark. So what I can do, chat, is I can attempt to adjust this, but I'll have to put you in the be right back, on the be right back screen, so that I can tinker around with the camera here. So, go grab a coffee, go grab a tea, grab a water, and I will be right back. And we're back. I think this is a little bit improved, chat. I think it's there's a little bit more light coming in. If the sun comes out again, well, then everything is going to be overblown again. But I think this is better. Rick, wedding photo shoot, don't do it, stay single. Oh, look, I think these are cherry blossoms as well, but they're obviously not blooming just yet. Daniel, hello? Oh, you're at Dundaston here, Ontario. Well, hello, you're very close by. So I think all of these are going to be blooming maybe next week. Maybe next week is going to be a better week. But certainly the two trees up ahead are in full bloom. Yes, Rick, you were absolutely being put in timeout. I don't know if you can see this, but a bit of cycling infrastructure here. I love this, little bicycle signs here. And you know what? I am going to use this as an opportunity to put my layer back on, because it is a little bit cold. And I'm not moving. And so, of course, I am cold. Yeah, cherry blossom trees are beautiful, aren't they? I'm very glad I came here. I'm going to attempt to ride through High Park maybe next week or this week and see if the trees have blossomed even more there.
Thank you.
But also wonderful to see so many people here just coming in and enjoying. So quite windy it's gotten. It's getting tangled in the trees here. Woo. Okay. Okay, I've got that. I've got my layer. I've got my glove. Let's go. Let's go. So let's get a little bit of a closer view here. Go ahead. There they are, chat. There they are. Reds or gum, welcome. Have you ever tried to hide in Hyde Park? Definitely. Okay, I don't know if bikes are allowed in there. We'll follow the rules for sure. Welcome to Kariya Gardens for the enjoyment. Dogs and bicycles are not allowed. Oh, and that is that. Whoops. Entry denied, chat. We shall follow the rules and we shall not enter. So, if I had an option to wear the stream, I would have just parked the bike and gone in, but I don't have any locks with me, so that's all right. Here we go. Beautiful cherry blossom trees in partial bloom. Okay. And I think this is why they have those bicycle rings here, so that you can leave your bicycle outside and enjoy the garden.
Keep walking.
And that's fair. That's all right. But I think there was somebody with a dog who actually did go in, so, you know. Choose whether or not you follow the rules, right? But this would be lovely. I think that once all the cherry trees are in full bloom, this would be a fabulous place to stop by for sure. There are people walking there. Maybe we can kind of sneak a peek. Not enter, but just sneak a peek through the gates. Shall we? I want to see what's inside. Oh, there's that. I think that's the friendship bell. Oh, a beautiful pond. So look at this. Quite lovely. Don't eat the squid. Is there a Mississauga Park in Kariya? Yes, there is. So Kariya in Japan and Mississauga in Canada, they are sister cities. And yes, in fact, they have a park in Kariya apparently with a replica of the City Hall. I'm not sure who's getting the better deal here. I think we are. Where am I going now? We're trying to get back to another road. But hopefully we can take the back roads, shall we? Let's see. Yeah, let's take the back roads. Let's go on a bit of an off-road adventure. This is going to get bumpy, chat. Oh my. Okay, a whole lot of garbage here. Let me just get off the bike. Okay, how should we get through here? You don't have a lox? I assume you have cream cheese? Oh, I don't get the joke. Oh, Lord. Okay, this is like full on. Maybe this is not the best way to go through before packing my bike. Oh, come on, Agnieszka. Come on. I'm doing it. I am taking my bike into mud. Oh my God. Oh yeah, and my shoes as well. Oh yeah, I just did it. Oh my God. Oh my Lord. Well, now the bike needs to be washed. Okay. Oh Lord. Not only the bike, but my shoes as well. Okay. Sometimes I make very good decisions. That was not one of them. I don't often come through here. I have no reason to come through here because, well, I don't live here. But it's nice to see these neighborhoods. So there we go. The condominiums in front of us are certainly the older condominiums. These are not new developments. Let me see if I can angle there we are. I think that what I'm learning from today's stream setup is that I'm looking at the preview of the live stream on YouTube, and I don't necessarily like having the camera mounted on the handlebar. That is a no-go, which means that I have to wear the camera. Going back to the conversation about, you know, should I take the stream to Poland? I'm trying out different things to see what would work, and this is why on every stream I have a different setup. It's because I'm just trying to figure things out. But I think that mounting the camera on the bike is not a good idea. I don't like it. Okay. There we go. So we're in a neighborhood here. This is a residential neighborhood. Oi. Okay, there's a bike lane up ahead. Fantastic. Oh, they're showing me to go. Thank you. And we're on the bike lane. Fantastic. We are on the bike lane. Chat has gone quiet. Are you there, chat? Or did I lose you in the mud? Oh, that's another intricately designed building in front of us. I don't know if that one has a name, but... And there's another one right next to it. Right, Maid Bloke, thank you. Yes, I think wearing the camera is better, and again, I mentioned this multiple times that the setup I have right now, so the little mounting setup, it's not holding the camera up well. So I have to hold it, physically hold it, which is not ideal. And we're at Confederation Street. And Confederation Street does have a bike lane. On the other side, of course. We are heading now south. So we need to get to the other side and head down. What time is it? Just after 2. Coffee time. So even though Confederation Parkway is not a very large road, it still receives a lot of traffic, or a lot of traffic from cars. So those emergency vehicles are coming back, one of them at the very least. Go ahead, sir. Okay, we have a light. We have a light. And there we are. And this is our painted bike lane. We've been here before, chat. If you joined a previous Mississauga stream, we've ridden here before. So the shakeout ride has been successful. The Sutra is riding very well. I'm not surprised. I didn't use the bike last year a whole lot. And so it was just a matter of testing the new seat post. I mentioned I have a suspension seat post now, which I moved from my commuter bike. And that is very nice. It's making the saddle even more comfortable. I do have a leather saddle, so the Brooks B17 is amazing. It's absolutely worn in at this point, so it's comfortable, but the suspension seat post adds a lot more comfort. One thing that I was also considering adding on the bike is a handlebar suspension. But my stem is super short on this bike, and the suspension stem is a lot longer, and I do not want to add any more length to my handlebars, so that's just not going to work out on this bike. I noticed on my Cross Canada tour that I was getting a little bit, towards the end of the tour especially, I was getting a little bit of numbness in my palms. But after 5 months of riding, I was just tired as well, right? So definitely the body was asking for a break. Rick B67. Okay. Is that the one with springs, suspension springs in it? Redshift, exactly. I've been looking at their suspension stems, but yes, they are all a lot longer. If they made short ones, I would absolutely buy one. Downhills are amazing, and downhills with tailwind, even more amazing. How fast are we traveling, chat? What does it say on the screen? It's pretty awesome. Very nice. That felt like a proper downhill. Ah, so you get pain in the wrist? I do have what I added to add a lot more support on the handlebars is I double wrapped the top of my handlebars. Now I do have a stem extender already, so I do sit pretty upright, but I added, double wrapped the top. I also am thinking of double wrapping the drops, because I do spend a lot of time in the drops, especially when it's quite windy and if I'm riding into headwind. Yes, Rick, I could absolutely change handlebars here. I was at some point considering butterfly handlebars. So yeah, Agnes Street, everyone, we're crossing. Agnes is a translation of my name, Agnieszka. Yeah, so back to the conversation about handlebars. I may, in fact, in the future, switch to... Can we cross? Yeah, we're gonna cross. 2 different handlebars. But you know, the thing about drop bars right now, holy moly, is I love my bar and shifters. So if I switch to any other handlebar types, I won't have bar and shifters. I mean, I can have friction shifters, so that's not a problem, but yeah. So cool. Oh, this was very nice, riding on Confederation Street, yeah. What is this called? Confederation something. Confederation Parkway. Right, and Confederation Parkway ends here. And so, should we go left or right? Decide, chat, left or right? Make a decision for me. Oh my gosh, my bike is filthy. It's so muddy. Oh my lord. I need to 100% wash my bike now. Oh my god. Right, made bloke. We're going right? Okay, let's go right. At the next lights, we're gonna go right. Rick, Nido, Billy Bars, we'll take bar and shifters. All right. I'll look them up. I'm not familiar with those. I'll look them up. Thank you, thank you. Left. We've got one for right and one for left, oh my lord. We've got a tie. Where should we go, chat? I need somebody else to break the tie. Right or left? I'm seeing 20... Copenhagen left. Rick, you can't vote twice. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait for another vote. Right or left, chat? We're at Queensway. Well, Resorgum, thank you very much. I was thinking the same thing. Let's go right. All right. All right, all right, all right. And I think there is a trail on the other side, so let's use that trail. Boop. We just booped. Okie dokes. In front of us is the hospital. A bus is the My Way system. My destination, my route, my way, my local. That is the Mississauga transit system right there. So we are going to hop on another multi-use trail. If we went left, that would be here, Ontario. There was a lot of traffic and a lot of roadworks. A lot of construction on here, Ontario, so I wasn't looking forward to getting on that. Boop, boop. All right. And welcome to this beautiful trail. I used to come for physiotherapy here, first medical place. Oh, so bumpy. And so we're now on the Queensway Trail, according to the sign. I know this trail well because my family used to live close to here. quite windy, but so quiet. Very windy. Okay, a little bit too windy for my liking. I'm getting used to using my bar and shifters again. All of my bikes have different shifters. So the Sutra has bar and shifters. My Brompton has different shifters. So the Brompton has an internal gear hub. So 3 gears in the hub and 2 external gears. And then the Nevo has a twist shifter. And I think of all the 3, the twist shifter is my least favorite. But bar and shifters are my absolute most favorite shifters. Love them. The shifter on my right that controls the front derailleur, that is a friction shifter. The shifter on my left. The shifter on my right that controls the rear derailleur. That shifter is indexed. I think I like friction shifter much better. That's my favorite because you really don't have to worry about indexing your gears. You just slide the shifter, the lever up or down a tiny bit and micro adjust. Oh my gosh. You had to call 911. That's okay. Lots of gunshots. That's scary to hear in person, no? Somebody was hunting. Wow. That is scary. My only exposure to gunshots was I was riding in Newfoundland. And I heard what sounded like gunshots. I've never heard a gunshot like in person. I've only heard gunshots in the movies, in the films. And so I heard the gunshot and there were multiple of them and I started getting scared. I'm like, who is shooting at me? Of course, I thought they were shooting at me, but they weren't shooting at me. I was in fact riding next to like a firing range. I'm not sure what they're called, but it was a club, some sort of a shooting club. And yeah, but this doesn't sound like a shooting club. It sounds like somebody's doing what they shouldn't be doing. Yeah, take another way home. Holy. What an experience. Okay, so this is a quiet residential area. You will see that the houses here are much larger. Stay safe, Rick. When I was in the States, that's one thing that people kept saying to me, stay safe. And I'm like, why are people saying this? Ooh, headwind. Oh my gosh, okay, it's very windy now. Can you hear that in the microphone chat? Oh my gosh, okay, a little too much. Okay, that's a lot too much. That sign is gonna get blown off. It's windy. So we are riding into the sun, and the sun is just peeking through the clouds. Oh, is that a detour there? It's a ride full of detours today. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to follow this trail for as long as I can, and then I will want to get to Mississauga Road and follow that bike path there and end up where we end up. Rise origami, you can hear some of the wind. Definitely not a good day for comb over. Yeah. It's very windy. Again, I was not expecting it to be so windy. But again, overuse of the word again. I was not expecting it to be hailing yesterday either. So, you know, nature does what it does. And can't do nothing about that. I do use a windscreen, but I noticed that, so I have a dead cat, right, on my microphone, but I noticed that the DJI mic is actually worse in taking out the wind noises than Rode. I have this old Rode Wireless Go microphone, and it does, and I think that that microphone does a much better job at managing the wind. This dead cat is, yeah, the quality is not the same, 100% not the same. Rick, your chain is skipping, so when you get home you'll work on your bike instead of your housework. What? That's funny. Well, when I get home, before I attempt to pack the bike, I have to wash the bike now. Okay. I don't know if this is a bike path or what. Some sort of a path. Oh, why is it so bumpy? I think I wouldn't care so much if the camera just stayed in one spot instead of falling over at every bump. Again, note to self, don't ever use this setup again. Ooh, but we got rid of the wind. Oh, a pillow and a mattress. Okay, okay. So we are heading up to Dundas Street, and in Dundas and Arundel Station Road area, I don't know what the cycling infrastructure situation is like on Dundas. I don't think there are bike lanes there. So I think that traffic dependent, I may be on the sidewalk, and that's going to get bumpy. A bit of a hill, a bit of a climb. I have to get used to climbing again. Okay. Oh, there's somebody riding their bike over there. Let's check it out, chat, shall we? Let's check it out. Oh. Bumpiness galore here. Okay, so we're at Dundas and Arundel Station Road. Pioneer 863, you're enjoying the ride. Fantastic. Almost at 6K, yeah. Almost. Rick, thank you for subscribing 500 times. I appreciate it. So there does seem to be some sort of a path on the other side. Let's explore. The sun is out again and getting a little bit warm again. Rick, somebody yelled at you to get on the sidewalk. Ooh, chat. Let's explore. Let's explore. Oh, there.
Yes, sir.
There you go. Say hi to the chat. I'm live streaming.
Hello. Yes, hello. She took your picture, not my picture.
Well, there you are, chat. That's a cool vehicle. Okay, well, this is definitely not a bike path. This is definitely a sidewalk. I am not a fan of riding on the sidewalk because the camera is going to be, oh Lord, that's a lot of traffic. That's a lot of traffic behind. I'm also not a fan of riding on the street here because I will need to take the lane. And that's a lot of traffic there. Okay then. I think that, chat, I think that this is the end for us. And here's why. I don't feel like maneuvering the camera and manipulating that camera always, because it just keeps falling. Every bump I hit, the camera kind of falls, and it's also not a great experience for you watching. I do want to show you something though before we sign off. I want to show you how filthy the tires are. Here you go. So you see what I did to my bike? Look at that. Yeah, that was the mud walk. And so on that note, everyone, thank you so much for joining the live stream. I appreciate you staying with me. I appreciate your chats and conversations. So huge thank you to all of you. And see you next time. Bye. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.